Hello everyone and welcome back on Solo Curioso. I hope you have watched our previous video on what is Git and GitHub. If you have not watched it, you can watch it through the link that we have described in the bio. So in that video we have talked about what is Git, how it was created, why it was created, and what is GitHub, and how they can facilitate us for easy management of our software. Also, we talked about the Git architecture in that video. And in this video, we are gonna talk about how you can create an account on GitHub and how you can create a repository, make some changes to it, and we can see how it really facilitates us to keep track of changes. So first of all, I will be searching for GitHub on Google. Then I will be clicking on the first link in the search results. That will take me to the GitHub page. And here I can see two buttons on the top right corner. One is for sign in and the other one is for sign up. The sign in we will be using after we have created a GitHub account. So I don't have a GitHub account, so I will be clicking on the button sign up. Now as soon as I click on sign up, it takes me up to the page, and here it asks me to fill up some credentials like username, which is I will be taking Solo Curioso. Then I need to fill an email. We're done with the mail. Then it will ask to create a password. So we need to create a password which is strong. That is, it must be 8 letters long. It should contain a capital letter and a special symbol. After we have done all this, it will ask us to verify by solving a puzzle game. Done. Now we can click on create account. Now as I clicked on the create account button, it took me to another page where it asked me to verify again if I am a human or not. So this is done. It asks me for my email preference if I want some emails on which I can get updates regarding the commits and offers and announcements. So I'm not opting for it, and then I click on join a free plan. And congrats, our account on GitHub is created. It asks us to fill in some more details like what kind of work do I do. So I am a teacher. I would educate people. How much programming experience do I have? So I can say I have a moderate amount of programming experience. It asks me for what I am going to use GitHub. So here is some options like learn to code. I will be hosting a repository, so I'm gonna select it. Then create a website with GitHub pages. Well, you can let us know in the comments if you want us to have a separate tutorial video on how you can use GitHub pages and host a website for free. Then I will be using this for schoolwork and student projects. Use the GitHub API. So that's done. I have selected all. Then it will be ask me the things I'm interested in, like I'm interested in Python, so I can let it know. Python, Django, etc., etc. You can add them. It's optional. So it's done. Now it asks me to verify my email address. Then all I need to do is open my mail and verify the account by clicking a link that is sent in the mail. You can do it easily. So I clicked on that link and my email was verified. You can see it clearly here. Now it asks me what do I want to do first, like create a repository and all. So this tutorial is basically to give a hands-on experience on how you can create a repository. So I'm opting for create a repository. It asks me to fill in a name, so I can use the test as it is our test repository. It asks me to give a description of the repository. So I'm giving this is for the YouTube video. Then it asked me whether I want to make this repository public. That is, if this repository is public, then anyone with the link to it can have access to it and modify changes in it and use the source code that we will be putting in here. And the other one is private. This is the one that we choose when we are working on some project that we don't want others to have access to, like maybe a school project or something. So I am opting for public. Then it asks me to initialize this repository with a readme. This file basically is created for a better understanding about what the repository really is, and if you are gonna store a project in it, then how you can work with that project. All those details are stored in this. So I am creating a repository with a readme file in it. Then I click on create repository, and the repository is created. Now you can see that I have a readme file here. Now let's add a file here. We can have this name with test.txt. That is basically a text file. And let me add some content here, like hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. And happy learning. So I have added 3 lines here with text and 2 blank lines. Now let's see. We can commit new changes. You would know all these steps if you have watched our previous video. So here I give a commit message like created a file test.txt. We can add additional description if we want to, but we are not adding it right now. So on clicking the commit new file, I have created a file. Now as you can see here, there are 2 commits on this repository. I click on it. You can see that the first one was the initial commit, and the recent one is created a file test.txt, which we created just now. Now here you can see that this is the file I have created, which is test.txt, and I have added 5 lines here. It is clearly visible in the green color. Before there was nothing. Now there are 5 lines containing text. Hello everyone, I hope you are good and happy learning. So now let's get back to our repository and modify the test.txt file. I'm gonna edit it. Now let's add some more content here, like I was added later in the file. So this is the line that we are adding after we have created a file and added these 5 lines. Now we are adding 2 more lines. One is the blank line and the other one is with the message this. Now let's again give it a commit message like updated test.txt. Now again I can commit changes, and you can see here that the new file is having these 2 more lines. Now we can go back to our repository and see that there are 3 commits. Let's check them out. The first one is created a file test.txt. The other one is update.txt. Let me show it to you. Now here again you can see that before there were only 5 lines, that hello everyone, I hope you are doing good and happy learning, with 2 blank lines in it. Now with the second commit that we have created, which is updated.txt, you can see that 2 more lines have been added here. Let's try and delete something now. Let's get back to our repository and edit our file once again. This time why don't we add a line I was added after the second update, and let's delete a line like hello everyone and I hope you're doing good. So now you can see that I have deleted some content from this file and added some content here. Now let me commit these changes once again so that they might be recorded, like updated test.txt. Again, let's commit these changes. Again, you can see there are 4 commits, that is, a commit is increased. Now update test.txt again. This is the commit that we are seeing. Now let me show you the changes. So here you can see that there were 7 lines, these 7 lines, okay, and I have deleted the first 4 lines that are visible in the red color here, and I have added 2 more lines that are visible in the green layer here. So now if you check this file out, let me show it to you. There are these 5 lines remaining as we have edited them before. So this was a basic hands-on tutorial for how you can use GitHub for adding files and keep track of changes, how they are edited, by whom they are edited and all. Now these were the commits. Let me have a go through once again. So first was the initial commit. This was the commit when we created the repository and initialized it with a file readme.md, which was containing the description of our repository. Then we added a file test.txt, which is the second commit here, that is created a file test.txt. In this we wrote around 5 lines in which 2 were blank. Then we updated the same file test.txt in which we added another line, and we have already seen that you can easily keep track by and compare changes in the files by just having a look. The green lines show you the lines added. Then we added another commit in which we updated the test.txt again. So this was the file in which we deleted 2 lines and added another line. So this was our video for today. I hope you understood how Git and GitHub really functions. In the next video, we will be talking about how you can create a repository on your PC, a local repository that is, and how you can link that local repository with the repository that you are creating on the web and have your code from the local repository directly pushed up on the web so that you can have a backup in case, whatever case you might lose your code from your machine, it will be safe on your web. So that's it guys, I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, you can show us your love by giving it a thumbs up. You can share it with your friends, and happy learning.